Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Najmunihayah. I'm from class 7A. In here, I would like to present my research proposal, which entitled A Comparative Study Between Bilingual and Monolingual EFL Students on Their Reading Skill in Narrative Text at 9th grade students of SMPN 1 Menes. Okay. Before we are moving on to the chapter 1, I would like to explain a little bit about my research. Students in Indonesia are considered as EFL students when it comes to learning English. For Indonesian learners, English is not considered as second language but as a foreign language. This fact makes the result for the inability of most students in Indonesia to learn English. Because of learning English is not applied in most of their part of lives. The students tend to be hard in learning in the learning process. And of course, the problem that happened in the class obviously occur because of the difference of students' abilities in receiving the material in English. When a group of bilingual learners are able to follow the material by reading easily, the monolingual students are harder to understand even a single word in English. So that in the chapter 1, I found the identification of the research, which are obvious students are not able to read the material in English. While other students can follow the reading material even though with lack of vocabularies. View English teachers do not consider the student's background, and then the teachers do not use strategy that considers the student's background.
The formulation of the research is: do the bilingual and monolingual students have the different score in their reading skill? And the research objective are to know and explain the different score of the bilingual and monolingual students' reading skill in narrative text. And here is the hypothesis of the research. This research will be posed that there is difference between bilingual and monolingual students on reading skill in narrative text.
In the chapter 2, in order to support my research, I use some theories that is explained by some experts that I will show you in the slide. This is for reading. This is for narrative text. This is for monolingual, and this is for bilingual. In the chapter 3, I explain what research methodology that I use for my research. For the research design, I use comparative analysis and quantitative non-experimental technique in describing the evidence of the data analysis. The research variable of this research will be independent variable is used in bilingual EFL students or X1. Independent variable is used in monolingual EFL students or X2, and dependent variable is used in reading skill in narrative text or Y. Meanwhile, for the research participants will be 10 students at ninth grade of SMPN 1 Menes. And for the data collecting technique, I will use observations and some questions for the participants. And then for the data analysis technique, it will be normality test, homogeneity test, and then significance influence or effect size. And of course, for the credibility of the data, I will use validity and reliability. Okay, that's all for me. Um, I hope that this research proposal will be accepted. And thank you so much for your attention. The last essay. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.